What's up, you guys? It's Kiera and I'm back with another video. So before we get started, it's only right that we talk about the elephant in the room. I have obviously rebranded my channel. So instead of going by just Kiera now, I go by The Digital Key. So real quick spill, I started The Digital Key because I wanted to be able to bring you guys basic branding, fundamental tips, basic business tips for small business owners and people with personal brands, because that's kind of what my passion has shifted towards. I have a small business, I have a personal brand, which is now this. So it's only right that I'm able to, kind of give back of all the information that I've learned and share my input from my entrepreneurial journey this far. So that birthed The Digital Key. These videos are going to be so consistent. I promise I will not fall off the map like I've been doing. So I hope you guys enjoy this new rebrand. I have a whole new social media. You guys can follow me there. So the new year is almost here, or if you're watching this, the new year has passed recently. 2020, it's a doozy. We had some unexpected events happen. So shout out to you for just making it this far, first of all. I watched several people discuss the mistakes that they made as small business owners in 2020. Not even being COVID related, just, growing pains as a business owner and as someone who has a personal brand. And I even made some of these mistakes myself. So I'm sharing them with you so you don't have to make them in 2021. So this video is going to be 5 mistakes to avoid in 2021 for your small business. So the first mistake that you should avoid is being in it for yourself. So many businesses that I've consulted and worked with often come to me and they're like, they make choices based on their personal preferences. They'll be like, I want my logo to be this color because I like it, or I want this in my logo because I think it'll be a good idea. They're not thinking about their target audience or their ideal client. Instead, they're just thinking about themselves. And that can bite you in the long run, because if you're creating like this whole business and this identity and this business plan and this marketing plan all based off of what you like, unless you know that like you're your ideal customer and you know that like 100%, then it's not going to work out well for you. If you're making decisions solely off of what you think is best, it's also not going to work best for you. So instead of thinking, what would I like, you need to think about your customers and think, what would they like? How would they react to this? How would they interpret this? Those type of things. So number 1, don't be in it for yourself. Instead, think of your target customers. Number 2 is, this can be a life mistake, anything mistake. Number 2 is acting without discernment. So as a business owner and me being myself, I always get these fresh new ideas any time of the night, like almost every day. And if I was to act on that all the time, I would be like spread out, so thin, so tired, so overwhelmed, so overworked. And I would be like, I don't want to do this anymore. You have to have discernment as a business owner, because you will be presented with so many choices, so many opportunities, so many clients that you might be able to work with. But you have to use discernment in knowing, okay, is this the time for me right now? Is this something that I should pursue right now? Or is this something that, just popped up as an idea? Maybe I should wait a few months, come back to it. And you'd even be surprised. A lot of the ideas that you put off and wait on don't even end up being worth your time in the long run. You go back and revisit them and you're like, oh, what was that? Number 3 is being inconsistent. And yes, I'm talking to myself in pertaining to YouTube here. So we've heard it so many times. Consistency is what grows successful entrepreneurs. You could think of any entrepreneur or small business owner that you might know, and I can guarantee you that they're consistent. Either they're super consistent or they've had maybe some like sort of super luck where they blew up overnight for some reason. But most successful entrepreneurs and small business owners that I know are consistent. They're consistent in their messaging, their posting, their schedules, when they're going to show up online. I know this person's probably going to post around noon. I know when to expect an email in my inbox promoting their offer. I know when to expect a YouTube video from them because they tell me and they honor that. So your audience can't know to look for you if you don't show up. And that's why you need to be consistent. If you practice consistency, I guarantee you will watch your sales, your engagement, your followers, your comments, your likes all of that will rise because of your consistency, because more people will start to notice you. The fourth mistake that I see people making, is trying to DIY it all the time. So when you first start your business, DIYing can save you a little bit of coin. It makes a little bit of coin. But as your business grows, you don't want to be the DIY queen. Some people like to brag that they DIY'd it, they did it themselves, but a lot of times it's obvious that it was done yourself because it lacks like the expertise, it lacks professional input, and it reflects. It reflects in your taxes, in your banking, in your legal protection, in your brand identity. That's a biggie because I do that. So I get hurt when people be like, oh, I DIY'd it myself. And I'm like, we can tell, but it's okay because I'm gonna help you. So DIYing isn't always the best thing. At some point in your business, you're gonna have to outsource because you're in your business to be the expert in one field, right? It's like when you go to the doctor and, they ask you what's wrong. And you're like, oh, I've looked up the symptoms on WebMD. I have blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, you don't. Why? Don't say that. You came here to get the expert opinion. So, listen to the expert opinion. You didn't go to school for this. You didn't have the learning experience for this. There are so many resources out there where you can find freelancers, small business owners who do those tasks that you're looking to outsource, whether it be social media managers, bookkeepers, accountants, lawyers, all of that. There's somebody out there who's an expert in that industry that you can pay to do that for you so you can do it right the first time and not have to go back. So number 4, don't be so headstrong on doing it yourself because it's not always the best option. And then number 5, this applies to literally life itself. Stop keeping up with the Joneses or the Johnsons or the who else? What other popular black names are there? The Nelsons. We're not that popular. Stop trying to keep up with the crowd, As a small business owner and entrepreneur, you tend to follow other small business owners and entrepreneurs. And so it can get super easy to kind of get sucked into their world. And, you see them posting their numbers. You see them posting their new offers and services and their accomplishments. And you just like, man, why am I not doing that? Like, why can't I be that good? And you really don't know what they have going on the back end because people only show, some people are transparent about like their lows, but a lot of people only show their highs. So what you're seeing might have taken 8 tries to achieve. So you trying to keep up with the Joneses is only going to let you down and have you stressed out. So as long as you just stay in your own lane, you will be at peace, I promise you. So don't compare yourself because they say comparison is the thief of joy. And trust me, if you're on like an entrepreneurial high, like say you got 5 sales in a week, that's just something that's a good thing for you. And then you go on Instagram and you go look at your favorite entrepreneur's page and she's like, yeah, I just made 1,000 sales in 10 minutes. You're gonna be hurt. You're gonna be hurt no matter how hard you try not to. You're gonna feel some type of way. So, you can follow them, keep up with them, but keep in mind that their journey is their journey and yours is yours. So stay on your own path. Don't try and merge into their lane because you're going to get ran over. We don't want you getting ran over. So just stay in your lane. It's important to stay grounded in the season that you and your business is in and not worry about anybody else's season because God is preparing something for you that, if he gave you what he gave them, you might not be prepared for it yet, So you just have to stay grounded, stay prepared, always kind of stay on your toes because you never know what opportunity will come. And so you guys, those are the 5 mistakes to avoid in 2021. Honestly, I've made probably all these mistakes, not only once, but probably like more than once, probably twice or 3 times. Since I've been a business owner, it can be hard not knowing what mistakes to avoid when nobody tells you. And so that's again why I'm here. I'm here to explain and tell you what mistakes to avoid. So now you know better. So you can do better. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you're new here, welcome to the Digital Key family. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you're not following me on Instagram already, be sure to follow me at thedigitalki. I'll have that like right here so you can do that. If you have any video requests or questions, please place them in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them or take note of them. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Happy New Year!